Hey you guys, my name is Taquisha. This is Our Freedom Song, and I am so happy that you are here. Oh, it is incredibly hot out here still. There's a plane. It is still incredibly hot. We are, just like you guys, are in that excessive heat wave still. We are in South Carolina in Zone 8B, but the garden waits for no one. I'm actually on my way out to the garden shed. I'm going to be going out there, bless the Amazon workers and the UPS workers and the FedEx workers, because they're the real MVPs. I have some goodies I'm taking to the garden shed to install and put up, and I want to take you with me, not only to show you what I'm doing in the garden shed, but listen, these tomatoes. So one of you guys suggested that we make a yellow tomato sauce, and I was like, what? I've never seen a yellow tomato sauce. I think that that's an incredible idea, and so I decided to put my hand to that work and make another plane. Decided to put my hand to that work and create a yellow tomato sauce using our yellow and orange tomatoes, and I want to show you how that went. So yesterday I processed a good bit of tomatoes, which I am so excited about because I have been kind of avoiding that for a while now, and so I needed to get these tomatoes going. So we've been using a ton of fresh tomatoes daily. They've been such a great treat to just have at our fingertips, but I've also been putting them in the freezer because I don't want them to go bad. So these yellow ones had been frozen, and all I'm going to do is pour some boiling hot water over them, y'all. And if you don't know, this is such a good tip. The skins come right off, and it definitely works better when they are frozen versus when they are just fresh. Definitely works faster on these frozen tomatoes. Decided to mix this sauce up and throw in some peppers. So I chose our pumpkin spice and lemon spice along with a banana pepper for this sauce. So the orange completely dominated. I was expecting for it to be a very deep yellow, but to completely turn orange, I didn't even think of that. I did not expect it at all. So I did take this time to just kind of experiment to see if there was going to be a difference if I cook the onions and garlic first in the sauce, or if I added it to the blender and then cooked it. And ultimately, I didn't taste a difference. They both had wonderful flavor. Do you guys remember those dehydrated tomatoes that I showed you before? I showed you not too long ago that I dehydrated some tomatoes, and I had something in mind, something so fun that I wanted to do with them. Well, it is finally come. The day has come, and I'm so excited to process these dehydrated tomatoes and make the funnest thing. You have to let me know if you tried this. So I had about 4 cups of dehydrated tomatoes, as you can see, and I popped those in the blender and I blended them all up into a really fine powder. So today I'm going to be using this tomato powder to attempt to make some tomato pasta. But I think this would be such a great thing to have on hand to say make some quick tomato soup. The flavor was phenomenal, y'all. I found this pasta machine on Amazon. It came together so nicely. It actually hooks to the side of your countertop, which is really cool. I was so excited to use this because I've been wanting to make homemade pasta for so long now. So I just grabbed some flour that I had on hand, and this recipe that was actually in the booklet calls for 3 cups of flour and 4 eggs. Those are eggs. Perfect.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. And so the girls ran out to get some eggs from the coop. We had the perfect amount. And I mixed and mixed and mixed some more. And then I mixed some more. And then I finally just started to fold in our flour mixture by hand, which I love. I love working with my hands. Fun fact, some of you guys already know, but I am a massage therapist, and so this is so therapeutic for me. This is what the final mixture looked like after I got all of that flour folded in. After I turned it over one more time in some flour, I let it rest on the countertop for about 20 minutes, and this is what it looked like. Okay, so now we see how this is actually going to work, y'all. Do not laugh at me. But this is what the dough looks like. I didn't know it then, but it's way too wet. It is so wet. And so my first go through, y'all, it looked like it was chewed up. I couldn't believe it. And so I tried and tried and I tried again, because I was so determined to get a good consistency, and it finally, y'all, it finally worked. And my heart became happy again, because I was like, oh my goodness, to use your dehydrated tomatoes that took hours to dehydrate, and then to grind them all up and put all of your eggs in one basket. All the powder went into this dough. I did not have more powder to start over. And so I needed this to work. My heart started to fail, but I did give it another go. And the dough finally, y'all, it finally came out. And I was so grateful.
Keep going, love.
Can we just celebrate this win right here? This is a win. This is such a win. And oh my goodness, we have pasta.
It's working, Shiloh.
It worked.
Yeah, it did. Whoa, that's cool.
Can we just appreciate the vibrancy right now of these noodles? The vibrancy, first off, is so beautiful. I was very pleased with the color of these noodles. And y'all, listen, the taste. I would not lie to you. I would not lie to you for the sake of making content. These noodles had incredible flavor. It was like biting into a tomato soup. So legit. Last night, what I ended up doing was refrigerating the tomato sauce, and then I got the pots out this morning to heat them back up to prepare to can them. I actually didn't want to can them last night because I knew the lighting was going to be horrible, and I wanted to show you in good light what the process was. It's day 2, and I'm going to be going back and forth from the kitchen with the canning process and in the garden shed, just putting together all the things. But I'm so excited because it is time to finally use this electric canner. I've never done any kind of pressure canning or water bathing with this electric canner, so this will be a first time. And so if you're interested in that, this is definitely going to help you out as well, because I'm going to break it down as I'm learning. I'm going to share it with you so that you can know as well, and we can see together, because there's so many out there who don't know, just like I don't know, and so we can all learn together. Okay, so I'm using the Presto Precise digital pressure canner, and I bought this from Amazon. First things first, we have to fill the water up to this line right here. So I did read through the whole manual, and the nice thing about it is that they have this quick start guide that goes along with the manual. The quick guide has 6 steps that I need in order to complete the canning process. This is what that manual looks like. Very straightforward, which I really appreciate. So after adding the 3 quarts of water to that fill line, we are supposed to plug it in, and this pressure can symbol starts to light up. We simply turn the knob because we are going to be doing our boiling water canning. After it lights up, we are now going to set our time for what we are processing. So we are processing sauce. It's really cool because in the manual it shows you exactly the time that you want to set this for based off of what you are canning. So for tomato sauce, it's actually 35 minutes. After setting my time, I hit the start button, which looks like a play button. I am then instructed to fill up each one of my jars half full with water and to place it inside of the pot. It's good to note that this specific model does not fit quart size jars. It only does half pint and pints. And so I am using pint size jars so I can fit 8 jars inside of this canner. With that being said, there is also no minimal amount of jars that need to be canned inside of this canner. So the jar warming process takes about 20 minutes. Also, as a side note, whenever we do boiling water canning, we don't use the regulator, but when we are pressure canning, we will use the regulator. Now that we have this going, I'm going to go ahead and head outside. I do want to show you all of these brand new plant babies that we have. These epic gardener trays did not disappoint again, and our germination rate of the beans that we saved from the garden are at 100%, which is wild. Oh my goodness, some of our zinnias in front of the garden shed have bloomed already. That's so exciting. Look at this beautiful orange one. Oh, she's beautiful. Knock, knock. So the guys did hook up a fan in here so that I wouldn't be dying of heat. So just like in the greenhouse, I got one of those magnetic screen doors because the one over there is still going really strong, and so I love it. I'll definitely put the link to this down in the description box if you're trying to get to it. I ordered it from Amazon. Super simple. This is the tape that goes along the side. That's the adhesive tape. Last time I brought you guys in here, I showed you that the shelves were up, that the wallpaper was up, that the floor was painted, which is amazing. The frame is here, but I don't have the frame attached yet because I'm actually going to use this contact paper right here. I'm going to be putting, it's not contact paper, this cork board. I'm going to be using the cork board right in this spot so that I can do notes and things that I want to do right there. So I'll be able to use that board. I think it'll be perfect. Another addition that has been done inside of our garden shed was our board. I was going back and forth about if I was going to end up painting it, but for now I just decided that I would leave it white, so we'll see how that goes. Here's the final look with the pegboard. So excited to have it up there. This box right here comes in. I have ordered an 18-piece set that goes on a pegboard. So lots of hooks and some cups. Yep, cups went on there. This is a shelf, little shelves, and a couple baskets. I am so excited about this. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. And yes, I got these in black, and so everything should tie in really well. Although I was super tempted to get a pink set, and it's still in my mind. They had some extra wide pink buckets that I thought would be so cute on this wall. These before we put the cups in. So grab one and just kind of hook it anywhere. Yep. And then you put the cup in there. See what happens. Exactly.
So why? Like, are you supposed to put water in there?
No, it's for holding stuff.
Like water?
Like tools.
Put your screws in there. Put screwdrivers in there. You can put one in.
Yep. So you just put it in the hole.
Uh-oh.
What? It's a little over.
Yeah.
Here you go. I think it's back upside down. Yep. So we got all of our things on the wall. Obviously they will change as I figure out the need. But next up, we're going to be putting up this screen. And if you're not familiar with it, it's super simple. It has Velcro on it, and then the sticky part. So you Velcro it and then you peel it and stick it to whatever surface you want it. So super simple. So you match it all the way up with it and then stick it on.
I sticked on.
Yeah, you just keep going. Like this.
I'm ready. Let's do race. Wow. Wow. Cool. What is that? Yeah.
Good.
See how bad? It's exactly like my plane. Look, I closed the door.
Success. They can't get us now. We'll leave the door open.
Oh, he's way cooler than there.
Yeah, it is. Can you push that door open? We'll have to find something to make it stay open. Yes.
Yeah. No, the cool air can go in.
So we are now on step 3 on our quick start guide, which has our ForJars light lit up. And so I wanted to show you what canning lids I was going to be using from ForJars, which is made in the USA. They did share a discount code, and I will put that down in the description box for anybody who is interested in their lids. And here we are, our jars are nice and warm, and the next step is to fill our jars up, which I am so looking forward to because this is the fun part. I dumped out the water and then I got my sauce. I did use our little funnel here to make pouring our sauce in our jars a little bit easier. Typically, you want to put your acid in your jar before you fill it up with your sauce, but I did not do that. Although I did add it after. I used some citric acid and I mixed it in there. I got my bubbles out of my sauce so that it could be ready. And I have to say, I am so excited about this orange sauce right here because it has the most beautiful kick. If you are thinking about starting to can, I definitely want to recommend getting a resource like the ball canning book, or there's so many resources out there. You can even go to your library and just start to learn about the process of canning. So this isn't a canning safety tutorial, right? I just want to show you my process of using a brand new product like an electric canner, which is so cool. And I'm really loving the process thus far. I think I would like to get another canner that did fit the bigger jars, but I love this one as well. If I find a really great one that does quart size, I will definitely keep you guys posted. So because I did not weigh my tomatoes, I actually did not have 30 pounds, which is what I would have needed to fill this canner. But I do have a ton of tomatoes still left in the freezer, and so instead of waiting for those to process and to cook, I just decided to go ahead and go with the 4 jars that I did fill. Lesson learned for sure. But it's nice that this does not have a limit to how many cans can be in here, so I could just do 1 jar if I wanted to, but I do think that that is definitely a pro. The last step of this process was to pour boiling water into the canner so that the water level was 1 inch above the jars, and that was it. I then hit that play button again and let it do its thing. So while that is processing, I have to show you this new book that I bought from Amazon. Y'all, this book is jammed packed with value. I think I probably paid $12 or $15 because it's on sale on Amazon for this book, and it has so much value, so many beautiful recipes inside of this book. So it's not just a ABC how do you can, but it goes on and on. It even talks about sourdough. Like, it is full of great recipes. I actually made this smoky corn chowder the night before. So good. I just cut all of this, our cork. I just used a miter saw and it was so easy. It's so pretty. Look how beautiful she is right next to this yarrow. It's super beautiful. The best and sweetest cherry tomato I've ever tasted is this Isis candy, y'all. It is amazing, and I'm letting that ripen because I'm definitely saving those seeds. Yes, protected from the mosquitoes. So I unrolled my cork paper and put it up here. Y'all, why is this not long enough to go all the way down? This spot is really making me have to pivot over and over again. Oh my goodness. Okay, so maybe I do half of it cork board and then paint the top half in chalkboard paint. I know one of you guys suggested that, which I thought was a cute idea as well. Whew. So maybe I do that. Maybe I do that instead of getting more cork board. Maybe I do that. Do that. I would definitely want the top half to be chalkboard because I don't want to be bending down trying to write. So, goodness. So Thomas had a roll of this, y'all, and I just cut it down to size. Ah, yes. Bend to the rescue. I'm gonna have to order him one immediately. A replacement. Goodness, I can officially say that there's a corner in the garden shed that is completely done. This wall right here is done. And I'm so happy about it. I'm just going to quickly sweep up all of our debris and dust and dirt from our workings in here, and then it is about time for those jars to be done. And so I want to run inside and see how our jars look. I'm so excited about it. Now that it's all swept up in there, looking nice and fresh, let's go inside and see about these jars. Goodness, that went wonderful. Those jars look so good. They need to sit there for at least 12 hours and no longer than 24 hours. And I'm so excited about that because they already look, I'm just happy. Like, I'm happy about the way the whole process went. It was so straightforward. It was so simple to follow that guide. And so I'm so happy that I finally made myself sit down and can using that electric canner. I was just super intimidated about it. I'm like, ugh, I just want to know how to do it. I don't want to be trial and error in it, you know what I mean, as I'm going along. But we have to in order to gain a new skill, you know. Anyway, I'm very happy about how it all turned out, and I feel more confident now that I've done it once, even though I haven't done the pressure canning, just the water bathing. I feel more confident, and with that book, there's so many incredible recipes in there. I cannot wait to try and pressure can them because that alone makes me want to do it just because they look so delicious. Now, that is all that I have for you guys today, and I appreciate you joining me in the garden. I think the next video will definitely be a garden shed tour. Hopefully, I can have everything all finished in there and you guys can see the complete look, because that would make me so happy. And I know a lot of you are following along to see just how everything is going to turn out. And so until next time, my friends.